Hi everyone, thanks for stopping by at my channel. Today I'm doing trying to be a super quick get ready with me and a little catch up because it's been a little while since I've done one, and even today I'm still pushed for time. A nice, easy, super quick daytime get ready with me, and I am absolutely starving. I have about 45 minutes left. A little bit of a catch up. Super busy trying to get organised with Halloween and makeup appointments. I'm really grateful that I'm getting more recognition now and getting a little bit more regular customers, but it just means that YouTube has had to take a back seat, and it's not just the makeup either, it's my family, it's teenager stuff, which I'm sure you can relate to. I just don't have the time to sit here and play with my makeup, and it's so annoying. It really is annoying, but what can you do? So I've already moisturised down my eyebrows. You won't probably see every single thing I put on I want to basically just share with you the new items that I've got. I'm going to start with using these Drunk Elephant, the Physical Tint SPF and the Sunshine, the De-Bronzy by Drunk Elephant. I have used them a couple of times off camera, but I wanted to use them on camera. I like using them together. I think the sales rep was correct when he sold this to my husband, just because that is really highly pigmented. You probably could get away wearing it on its own, but why am I doing that for? Okay, I'm gonna have to just do, but using it with this, as it's already got a tint to it, it just gives extra protection and it feels a little bit more hydrating. The bronzer on its own is definitely used just for cosmetic reasons to make your skin look more bronzed, but I think mixed in with this, it feels a lot better going onto the skin, and plus it gives you that healthy glow. So I'm going to start by rubbing this into my skin. This looks orange on camera, but once I rub it in, and that was a drop, literally a drop. I try and go down my neck as well. Excuse the top, it looks like a pyjama top, but it's not. It's actually just a warm top. If you was going on a vacation and you're not into makeup, you'd only need these two, because you just that's all you need. Give it time to settle into the skin. But yeah, it's literally all you need to give yourself a nice healthy glow. So if you're not into wearing foundations and makeups, then 100% recommend wearing these in the summer or on holiday. It's a little bit dry, and I find it like you do have to blend it in really well to make it not have any telltale signs that you're wearing any bronzer, because it's quite orangey, but it's a nice, it's not a horrible orange at all. It's really, really nice and healthy looking. I love it. I want to say a really big, huge thank you to Heba. I'm going to link her channel below. If you've not heard of Heba, which I'm sure you have, Heba S. I just won one of her giveaways. When that lady does a giveaway, she really knows how to do a giveaway. Like, she presents everything sent to you so beautifully, so neatly. It's coming from overseas, you know. I'm all the way in the UK, but I'm lucky enough to have an APO military address, so it shouldn't be too bad in the shipping. But I'm so grateful, so grateful. I received everything in one piece, and I just want to say thank you so much for being so kind to your subscribers. I don't enter any giveaways. You're probably the only person who I enter giveaways on. But there's so many, but I just don't feel it's worth it. But I definitely enjoy your giveaways, and I'm just so grateful. So quickly, obviously I got the Sydney Grace and some extra goodies which she sent over, but this was the main thing that I got, and I got 10 shadows plus a blusher, lipstick, etc. pigments. As soon as I got the package and I received it, I went online straight away and ordered an empty palette. And I don't care that they're not OPV shadows, but it was on sale for like £12, this empty magnetic palette, and it's quite big. So what I did, I incorporated the Sydney Grey shadows and a few of my other Coloured Rain shadows. Nabla, Coloured Rain and Sydney Grace are in here now. Mostly Sydney Grace, and I am so happy because I did want a nice colourful palette, because I don't own a really nice colourful palette apart from the Morphe 35B, and I think I've just made the most beautiful palette. All thanks to you, Heba, because that's what made me do it. But look what I did. It's so beautiful. I'm not playing with these today, by the way, so don't get excited. I absolutely love it. Like, most of the second row is Sydney Grace. And then you've got some from Coloured Rain. And I just want to say, if you haven't tried the Nabla single shadows, you guys need to try them. They're amazing. Better than Morphe singles. I like them better than Anastasia singles. They're so soft. But they came out with some new singles last year, but not a lot of colours. They were like very neutral mattes. And you don't get as much product in them as, so this, I'm not trying to bore you, but Nabla usually give you like 2.8 grams in one of their pans. They're quite large and they're quite deep. But with their new shadows, which they came out with last year, they give you 1.8 grams, but it's still quite around the same size in diameter. But these new ones, the quality of those mattes are beautiful. So soft. I cannot wait to play. I haven't touched this. I just made it yesterday when it arrived, trying to organise it into a colour scheme which I enjoy. But these beautiful Sydney Grace shadows, the olive green, the purple. Oh, there's some up here. There's one here which I can't wait to try. This beautiful brownie, it's like a red tone brown with glitter running through it. Looks gorgeous and felt amazing. Really good quality. I want to thank you so much for doing this for your subscribers. I really appreciate it, but I'm not playing with those today. It's a quick get ready with me. So for primer, I'm going to be using the old Henriksen Banana Bright Face Primer. I've been using the eye cream for a while, so I thought I might as well treat myself and get the primer, because I don't have a whole lot of primers in my collection. Maybe 5 or 6, could have 7. It smells divine. It smells just as good as the eye cream. As far as what the primer does, I just think it's a moisturising, hydrating primer, which obviously I love for my dry skin. For foundation, I went ahead and got the Smashbox Hydrating Studio Skin 15-hour wear hydrating foundation. I chose the shade 2.18 and it's a brilliant match. I love it. It's been out for a while, this has, and people have said it's a really good foundation, so I wanted to try it. And then I've been trying to empty all, like this Lancome Skin Feels Good. I have been trying to finish this. Every time I think I can throw it away, I can get a little bit more out. And it's just getting on my nerves. I just want to throw it away and buy it and get on with using my new foundations. I'll use this today for the sake of the video, and I won't be using a lot of it. It's quite a good, it's a lovely looking foundation. I have used it a few times, but I don't want to use a whole lot on my face today because it is the daytime. I'm going to have to use a brush today because I don't have a sponge at hand at the moment. So I basically just squeeze out around that much, if you can see. And that should be enough to do my whole face. Actually, I'll use my Wayne Goss brush, which I've used this like, what, once? I need to start using my brushes. I'm so scared to use them all the time because... But look at that colour match. I love it. It's like such a perfect tone. So I want to work quite quickly because it is quite a matte foundation. But you don't need a lot, and I definitely enjoy using this more than the Fenty. The Fenty is just like... But I have been using the Fenty one with Hourglass Vanish Stick, and that made my skin look beautiful that day. Like, it just went together. So, but I have found, like, whenever you do mix the Hourglass Vanish Stick with a foundation, depending on what foundation obviously, it's so good to mix and incorporate with other foundations rather than just wear it by itself. And in the winter, I don't know why, I just enjoy my skin looking a bit more smooth and matte rather than shiny. It's definitely not overly matte, so that's good. So natural looking. Really like that. I'm going to do my bronzer off camera, I think, and then come back. No, I'm going to do my bronzer and concealer off camera because I need to go and wet my sponge, and I'll be back to start with the eyes. So I've been practicing a couple of Halloween looks. That's a challenge in itself because you never know what someone's going to ask for, and if you've ever done it before, makeup's a different thing. You know you've done makeup 1,000 times, so you know. I pretty much feel confident now in what people ask me to do, but when it comes to Halloween and they bring me a look which I've never done before, that's a little bit challenging and daunting, so I keep trying to practice as much as I can, but I've only managed to do 2 looks at the moment, no 3. I've got one this Sunday, which is very similar to what I've posted on my Instagram. If you haven't looked me up on Instagram, it's MosleydollMUA. So the MosleyDoll78 has now gone. I wonder why that is. So now it's just MosleydollMUA. So I thought that was more fitting. Okay, for eyes, I'm going to try these Wet n Wild cream liquid eyeshadows, or liquid cream eyeshadows. I ordered these 2 days ago. This one's a bit lighter on top. I'm just going to go ahead and use the darker one today because it's not even that dark. Place it on in the crease. It's a beautiful colour. It's just like a neutral, warm brown. I'll use my Morphe M441, and if I bring you in a little bit, if you can see my eyes, that's how it looks on the eye, and then we just blend it into the crease. And I've used them once and definitely impressed, because I wanted to get the Huda ones. You just got to be careful with cream, so you don't want to bring it all the way into the inner corner and then slightly try and shape it out on the outside. But I absolutely like this for quickness. There's nothing to it. It's done. You blend that in and it's done. If you are a minimalist when it comes to your makeup and you don't have time to do the blend work involved, and then these are great because it just does all the work for you and you don't have to keep going back in. I'm going to try and do some liner in real time, God help me, because when I wear a nice simple eye like this, I just feel like I need to add it. Otherwise I feel too naked. Unless I'm obviously staying in a house, then this is fine. But yeah, those cream eyeshadows don't crack, don't crease. They blend out really nicely, but only £4.75. I don't know how much they are in the States. But I just love the ease of them for using for quickness. I do my eyeliner different, probably different to what you see. I just like try and sketch it on first, and then when it gets to the inner part of the eye, I just like stamp it on. And you know, with eyeliner there's always a chance of you bodging it up still, especially on camera. I'm using the Kat Von D, which is not a new liner. I'm not going to do a crazy wing. Yeah, and that's basically it. I'll just run a little bit of bronzer on the underneath my eye. Is there a mirror in this little bronzer? I think there is, ain't there? Yeah, there is. I'm just going to run a little bit of this under my eyes. And then I'm going to go with the mascara, which is just my Lancome mascara. I've been finding this mascara is getting on my nerves. Like, so basically it's a good mascara. It gets them lashes nice and long, but I find it transfers all the time. I don't know what I'm doing wrong, if I've got oily eyelids or whatever, but it definitely finds a way to transfer at some point. It doesn't dry very quick in my opinion. I'm just going to go over it with my remaining of the Steeler. I like to try and make my lashes as big as possible. Little bit of blusher, because we're quite matte on the face, I'm going to use the Milani Luminoso blush. The Norvina Volume saga. My goodness, how hard was that to resist? I easily resisted 1 and 2. They went for me. Number 3 was prettiest out of the 3 volumes that she released. I loved number 3. I think it looked amazing. I think it looked so beautiful. But when I saw the swatches, a lot of the colours were like so repeated in barely different tones, and I just thought, I don't know, I'm not impressed with the swatches. Every time I watched anyone do a swatch of that palette, I wasn't like blown away by it, and it's £68. I'm using this Doll Beauty highlighter called Pretty Little Glow. I think that's the shade, Pretty Little Glow. It's like a pinky gold, bit of a duochrome. Very, very good highlighter. I only got it like in my free goodie bag from Holly Boone when we went to the meet and greet. It's definitely a really good highlighter, and they're normally £15, and that was inside the goodie bag. But it's pigment, look at that, it is pigmented. Just a little bit of glow, you got to add that glow. You have to. Someone put in my comments the other month, they were like, we're not all about the glow. And I was like, that made me laugh. That made me chuckle. So for lip liner, I'm going to go with a nude, obviously. And I'm going to do my lips off camera. I have been overlining on my top. I don't even know, I know I probably don't need to overline my lips, but I've just been overlining the top part of my Cupid's bow lately. Just think it looks a little bit better. So I'm going to do my lip liner off camera, and I'll be back to apply lipstick and say goodbye, really. I use Rimmel Cappuccino lip liner, and I'm going to use Dose of Colours Sand. Just get my finger. Try and blend that into the liner. In the centre of the lips, I'm going to use the Patrick Star MAC lip gloss. It's like a pinky gold sparkle. This is just like, this is a step up to what I do on my mummy makeup, basically. And it still took a significant amount of time to do even just this, but I'm going to put some dry shampoo in this hair because I haven't got time to wash my hair today. Oh, look what I picked up in TK Maxx or TJ Maxx the other day. I was looking at these eye pigments the other day because they came up on my Facebook feed, and it was the Milk Eye Pigments, and I saw reviews on it. Anyway, they're like £20 or £20.50 for one of these. They only had a few shades available, but I paid $4.99 for it. I'm so happy. And it's like, it's called the shade All Nighter, but it is a going out shade. That's for one of them nights when you want to add either a really graphic dark grey sparkle look, or just add it over a smoky eye. It can be used both ways. But I don't care. For $4.99, I was like, yes! I love finding a bargain. And the holiday releases. Let me know what you think about my holiday releases. What are you going to be getting? The Too Faced one does seem really, really attractive. The glitter and the cookie, I think it's the cookie book. That does look like a really nice palette, but once again I'm getting overwhelmed with palettes, and I don't want to do that. It hasn't always got to be about reviewing brand new stuff, although that's the most common way to get people to notice you. It's all about being creative and whether they connect with you, and if you haven't got that creativity going on in your brain, it's not going to come through on camera. And that's what I don't have. It's like I feel like I don't have the time. If I had the time to do it, I would definitely be giving you more creative content, and I literally just feel like I don't have a time, which feels I'm letting you all down. Time will tell. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you soon with another video.